this outfit with the reddish, with the plum colored shirt and the blue cardigan went perfect with my last week's video with me decorating the cover of my sketchbook, because my sketchbook is Spider-Man themed, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hello my Peaches peeps, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I am doing part 2 of drawing my OCs because I missed art fights. I had a lot of fun doing part 1, which you guys saw last week, and now we're going to do part 2, número 2, for this video. So if that sounds fun, grab your sketchbook because I have a feeling it may take not too long, but grab your sketchbook and draw along with me. Let's go to my desk. Hey guys, so we are back. We are at my table and we're getting ready to open my sketchbook. This is my sketchbook cover. I love it so much. If you guys haven't seen it already, I did decorate it and do this with you guys. But we're going to open our sketchbook. We're going to go to the page that we're going to finish today. I did this page last time, and now we're going to finish the spread and color in these girls. So I have 3 more characters I have to color in, plus like these 2 things. And these are all my OCs that I've created myself. These are my very, very old OCs. I've had these for a very long time. Melanina was actually my first original character I've ever made, and Ava was my second one. But this is Melanina, Reina, and Ashley. Melanina, Ava, and Amelia, they're all from the same story. And then Reina and Reina's older sister are obviously from the same story. And Ashley's from the Melanina story as well. So right now I'm just erasing my sketch, getting ready to ink my drawings. Somebody asked me what pen I use to ink my drawings. It was actually a new pen I recently got. Let me see if it's in my marker bag. I don't know if I'm seeing it. After looking for like 5 minutes, guess where my pen was the whole time? Right there. Right there, you see that? Right there? This is the pen I used for my last week's video for inking. Do I know where to find it? No. Why? Because my dad gave it to me. But this is the pen. Check it out. It's a nice pen. I use this pen and then I use this to ink sometimes. I like this one. It's not as smooth as this one, but I like both of them. So these are my inking pens and I'm just going to ink my drawings. 3, 2, 1, go. Hi everyone, for today's video we're going to introduce the voiceover a little bit earlier. So as you guys can tell, I'm just inking the sketch. I quickly switched my inking pen from my previous one to this one I'm now using because it was just giving me problems. I guess I haven't been using it enough because I don't have a clean, smooth line. It always ends up skipping per se, or like not giving me just one solid line. It breaks up in between inking. It was kind of nerve-wracking because I really wanted to make sure that my line work looked like my sketch. Just the things that comes along with inking and the little, I don't know what to call it, like nervousness of inking your sketches. At the end though, I'm pretty proud of the inking process. I did hold off for a while to ink the mouth because that's just like the mouth and the eyes. I gotta get that right or the rest of the drawing is just gonna look a little off. And I already did good inking the eye, so I'm just gonna pause on doing the mouth. One thing that did bother me is that I spelled her name completely wrong. And I didn't realize I spelled her name wrong until I finished inking in her name. Why do I never spell her name the same? I never spell her name the same. Melaanina. M-E-L. So yeah, once I realized that I spelled Melanina's name completely wrong, I took a piece of paper and wrote her name correctly and sticked it to my sketchbook page. Guys, I literally do not know what's the issue with me and changing up her name. Like even when I write about her, I always spell her name differently, and that's only because I haven't decided and committed to how I want her name to be spelled. So it's like every time I write or I draw her and I write, oh, this is Melanina, I always end up spelling her name differently. But I finally decided to lock down how I'm spelling her name, and it's Melaanina. And her short name is Melina, so it's just Melanina. Melanina. okay? And then I drew Misty, or I inked in Misty, and then of course Ashley. For this drawing, I kind of drew her in a different style. Like, it's more of a semi-realistic style that I drew Ashley in versus all my other drawings. I like it as a drawing itself, but it's just not a consistent style. I like it, but it's just different from all the other drawings on this page. Anyway, Ashley is a part of Melanina's story, and she's supposed to be like the popular, snobby, like mean girl per se. And actually, while drawing this character out and after making my ARTFIGHT account and having to put things about my OC, like a caption, I think, about my OC, I actually got my brain moving for some story ideas and concepts about their personality and about their story, which got me really hyped up for my OCs, because that's something I really want to get into again, because I was so into it when I was younger. That was the only thing I drew. Now I'm like enjoying drawing like fandoms, like Ninja Turtles, My Little Ponies, Mario insert OCs, etc, etc. But I really want to get back to my roots and get back to drawing my OCs and coming up with stories and character designs and just dive back into that. Also, if you guys notice the difference between video audio clips, it's because I have the fan in the background. It was way too hot to not have it on, so if you hear some like fuzzing and stuff, that's the reason why. And while we're on the topic of ARTFIGHT and drawing your OCs, as I previously just told you guys, I did end up joining ARTFIGHT. It doesn't really count because it was towards the end of the month and I only had a few days. So I didn't attack anybody, but I did get attacked, though the person who attacked me didn't draw my OCs. So I'm very still much a noob, and hopefully next year I will be more on top of this part of the artistic community of joining ARTFIGHT and stuff like that. Either way, I think it's still really cool, everything that's about it. If you guys did join ARTFIGHT, how was your experience? Did you have fun? I know there's a lot of mixed emotions and what other people think about what happened during ARTFIGHT 2025, but I feel like that kind of comes with everything. There's always going to be one person who's like not happy about it and one person who's happy about it. So feel free to let me know your experiences in the comments below. I'll love to read them and listen. And with that being said, we have finished the inking process of this page. Okay guys, so inking process is done. Yay, yay! Now I'm just going to erase the pencil underneath. Sorry I didn't really give you guys much footage on inking Rena. I don't know, for some reason I just got tired and I just decided not to record that part. But we are erasing Melanina. This is actually taking me a lot longer than I expected. I've been a little bit more busy, so I haven't had the chance to just sit down and finish it, but I'm planning to finish it all tonight. And today is the 31st, so I inked this on the 29th. I was planning to finish it on the 29th, but today's the 31st, and this video might end up being published a little late. Alright, so Melanina's colors. Last time I tried to color her in, I struggled a lot. The last colored illustration I made of her was, let me see if I can go back, this. And I don't really like this drawing too much. It's a nice drawing, but she's really dark, and that's not normally how I want her to look, so we're gonna have to improvise a little bit with this, but we're gonna get it right because we have to. It's Melanina. I love her expression on this. I drew her mouth in last because I didn't want to mess it up. Melanina kind of has dark hair, dark green hair, and I'm just running out of my markers. I think these two honestly would just work fine because there's really no other option right now. That's really dark. Not that. Definitely not that. Those two colors are our best bet. So that's what we're gonna use. So then we're gonna have to figure out her skin tone as well. But it's fine, we can figure out that later. Don't come for me for pushing on this so hard, because if I'm not, then this is how I'll color. Had to put that little disclaimer out there because last time when I posted a video about my markers drying out, somebody was like, "Stop pushing so hard." I was like, I'm really not, it's just dying and it's dead. But this time when coloring Melanina's hair, I was pushing hard to get the ink out. Luckily brush nibs can be replaced. Nevertheless, I ended up really trying to get her hair color to the color I wanted. I needed a dark shade and a light shade, so I did continue with that dyeing marker, and then I went over with a darker green. That green color is actually more truer to her original hair color, but I had to work with what I had. And then also, I didn't have the exact skin colors for her skin as well. That's probably another reason why I haven't just been drawing my OCs, is because when I created them, they had specific colors.
And when I ran out of those colors, I'll just have to tweak their colors ever so slightly.
And like the perfectionist consistency in me,
I find that very annoying.
but nevertheless, I am satisfied with the outcome of these drawings. Well, semi-satisfied. You guys know, like, if you are creative yourself with whatever you do, the experience of doing that thing is just as important as the outcome to me. And to be honest, I'm just gonna be 1000% real with you guys. Doing this was very hard because it just felt so long. I was like under pressure per se because I knew I was behind in like uploading a video, and then my storage was going low. Like the footage you guys are actually seeing right now, this is not even from my phone, which is what I normally record my videos on. It's from my tablet. So you can just sit and imagine how I'm getting these angles and stuff like that from my big tablet. To say the least, it was not an enjoyable experience. It's not something I want to do again. Also, I think I just have to remind myself that it's okay to take breaks. But drawing and recording and content creating is something I love. So it's like, it's one of those things. Like, I really love doing it and I want to do it. It's just, it takes time, you know? Today has been a bit of a chatty video, hasn't it? I feel like this is the most I've just talked in a minute. But as you guys can see, I am coloring Ashley. It's always a mystery. Sometimes I have everything really set out and like, oh, this is what I'm going to use, then I'm going to use this, and then it's just like all perfect, lined up so that there's no confusion or interruption. Other times, I just pick random markers and hope for the best. This time I kind of planned, but then I kind of also picked random markers. I don't want to just nitpick on all the drawings because you guys, I'm the artist who creates it, so I'm going to see all the flaws, but you guys are just the people who watch, so you guys probably won't see all the little flaws that I see. But when I created Ashley, I made her skin a little bit too pink. I don't want her to be that pink or that like warm. I kind of wanted her to be more cooler on the skin range, like a more cooler skin tone. That didn't end up happening because I really didn't plan ahead, and that's just what happens when you don't plan ahead. Not comparing myself to Da Vinci or any of the great artists out there, but do you guys think any of them ever looked at their art and was like, I can see some mistakes, but it's fine, I guess? And then we're over here looking at it like literally it's one of the best art pieces ever. Like the fact that Leonardo da Vinci's and Michelangelo's and all these old artists are still relevant today is just insane. But imagine like them looking at their own art and being like, it's alright. Like what? I think that's also how God feels too, like when we criticize ourselves with like, oh my gosh, my hair, my freckles, or like with the insecurities that we find in ourselves that we don't like about ourselves. And then God just like, dude, like I literally created you from the inside out, and like you're exactly how I wanted
you to be. You know what I mean? Like, even with character designing my characters, like, once I get these character designs right and I don't get the skin messed up or anything, like, these characters are about to be perfect. Like, imagine them saying, like, oh, well, I don't really like my hair. I don't... Dude, you know I picked every single color perfectly for you, right?
Hey guys, so I don't really know how to say this, but I'm done with the spread. I just didn't get to record a lot of the footage of me coloring in Rena. Kind of got a little burnt out towards the end, to be completely honest. Before I show you guys Rena, which is the last drawing that you guys saw me working on, these are not her normal colors. I'm just drawing my OCs, so everything on here is not like character design. It's just me kind of having fun. And like I already told you guys towards the beginning of the video, or probably just a few minutes ago, I don't have all the colors I need to make my characters like. So the most accurate character sheet I could probably make as of right now is digitally. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. Let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing me draw you guys' OCs. Maybe you guys can send me you guys' OCs to my email, and then maybe I can draw your OCs. Because it doesn't just have to stop during July. Alright, I'm going to be quiet, and then I'll show you guys the final clips of this art spread. Let's go. Today's verse of the day is from Ecclesiastes 11 verse 6. I'm going to read it in the New King James Version first, and then we're going to read it into other versions. King James Version says, New King James Version says, in the morning sow your seed, and in the evening do not withhold your hand. For you do not know which will prosper, either this or that, or whether both alike will be good. Amplified Version. Now sow your seed in the morning, and do not be ideal with your hands in the evening. For you do not know whether morning or evening planting will succeed, whether this or that, or whether both alike will be good. I originally saw this verse as I was just scrolling through Instagram, and I was like, wow, that is so true. I'm going to read the NLT version, and then I'll explain why. The NLT version says, plant your seed in the morning and keep busy all afternoon, for you do not know if profit will come from one activity or another, or both. I love this verse so much. This was my first time seeing or reading this verse. What I took away from this verse is to just stay consistent. For me personally, consistency and procrastination has been a thing that I have struggled with in the past, and even with this YouTube channel, staying consistent, keep going, keep doing it, don't get lazy throughout the day. If you start off strong, let's finish strong, sort of thing. If you're a content creator yourself and you're an artist yourself, or for other people to watch, then you know the importance of staying consistent, because you don't know if this video will do good or if the next video will do good. Sometimes it can be I can spend so long on a video and I'm like, yes, this video is gonna do good, and then it ends up flopping, or I spend a long time on this video and ends up doing great, or I spend a short amount of time on something and decides to blow up, and then the video that I spend so much time on, it doesn't perform well. So basically that's what the word is saying. That's what I'm taking away from it for my own personal life. I really like this verse, and let me know if you guys can take anything away from this verse as well. Okay guys, and that is the Bible verse of the video. I hope me reading the Bible scriptures at the end of every video is helping you guys get into the word with my tablet here or with my Bible, because as artists, we make a habit to be in our sketchbook every day, or want to be in our sketchbook every day, make it a habit and be consistent with it. But we also have to stay in the word and know some things about God and his word. Can't have creation without a creator. And if we're creators here on this earth, making art and drawings and masterpieces and buildings and TVs and houses and human made that, but who made human? God made human. So we got to get in this word, and I hope it's encouraging you guys to stay in your word, stay drawing, and That was nice. That would be a good outro. Stay in your words, stay drawing, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and tell me what was your favorite part in today's video. Let me know if you think I did a good job coloring in my OCs. That being said, I hope you have a precisely perfect, blessed day. I love you, but Jesus loves you more, and I hope to catch you in the next video. Bye!